Hey, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on? We are live today here on the YouTube. A little something different today with the NHL report. We are going to be live today, and I'm also going to give you my Stanley Cup predictions today. So that's about it. I got no viewers just yet, but that's okay. I'm going to get right into the report. We had a few games yesterday, and I'm going to tell you today's games. We only have two games today, and so what the heck, do something different today. Do a live NHL report today. How's that for you? So let's get right into it. Now, if I see if anyone comes on, I'll welcome you. And so let's get right into it. Once again, we had 8 games on deck yesterday. So let's get right into it with the Washington Capitals at the New York Rangers. It seems like those two teams take on each other a lot these days. I think there's one more game against them this year. They're in the same division. Um, Entering this matchup, the Capitals were 37-21-7 with 81 points, and the Rangers were 27-27-10 with 64 points. And when it was all said and done, I said the Capitals will win. Now, this game already happened, and it was already a final. And if you guys seen it, I hate to say it, this game went to a shootout, and the Capitals win 3-2 in a shootout with 4 rounds, and the Capitals got 3 for 4, and um, Rangers 2 for 4. Um, Shots on goal were Capitals 39, Rangers 24, and the um, power play 0 for 4 for the Capitals, 0 for 2 for the Rangers. The Rangers did pick up a point, their 65th point, but the 38th win for the Capitals. They are staying in the hunt. Next was the Flyers at the Islanders. Entering the matchup, the Flyers were 31-26-8 with 70 points. The Islanders were 37-20-7 with 81 points. When this all said and done, I said the Islanders will win and take back first place, stay first place. Well, it did not happen. The Flyers beat the Islanders 4-1. Shots on goal, Flyers 26, Islanders 30. Power play was 0 for 1 for the Flyers, 0 for 2 for the Islanders, and guess what? Capitals got first place now in the division because of it. All right, next was the Golden Knights at home against Vancouver. Entered the matchup, Vancouver was 27-29-9 with 63 points. Um, Vegas was 35-26-5 with 75 points. I said Vegas will win, and I'll let you see. I did not change this whatsoever, folks, okay? I don't do that, okay? Because if I change it, it'll like leave a little residue still because it's a color pencil. So that's why. Um, when it was all said and done, the Vegas Golden Knights won 3-0 over Vancouver. They basically smeared them. Shots on goal were um, 48 for Vegas, 19 for Vancouver. The Golden Knights did not even get a power. Going to the penalty box. They stayed out of the penalty box, so no power plays for Vancouver. But Vegas 0 for 2 on the power play. This gives Vegas their 36th win of the year and their 77th point. Things are looking good for Vegas at this point. Next is Colorado at Anaheim. Entering the matchup, Colorado was 28, 25, and 12 with 68 points. Anaheim was 24, 32, and 9 with 57 points. I said Colorado will win, and apparently they lost. They lost 2-1 in um, the contest. Shots on goal, Anaheim 23, Colorado 26. And shots on goal were, no, those were shots on goal. Power play was 1 for 3 for Anaheim, Colorado 1 for 4. This gives Anaheim their 25th win of the year and their 59th point to kind of keep them in the hunt. But to tell you the truth, I don't see them moving on at all. To tell you the truth. Next, Ottawa at Florida entering the matchup. Ottawa was 22, 38, and 5 with 49 points. Florida was 28, 25, and 11 with 67 points. And I thought Florida was going to win, but somehow Ottawa upsets the Panthers. Sens beat the Panthers 3-2. Shots on goal 33 for the Sens. Panthers 32. And the power play, 1 for 3 for Ottawa, Florida 0 for 2. This gives Ottawa their 51st point, but it's already too late for them. They're already considered out of the playoff race. So next, Winnipeg at Columbus. Going into this matchup, the Jets were 38, 22, and 4 with 80 points. Columbus 36, 25, and 3 with 75 points. All said and done. Ottawa, I said Winnipeg will win. They did. 5-2 was the final. Basically creamed them. Shots on goal, 26 for Winnipeg, 42 for Columbus. Power play was 0 for 3 for Columbus. No, 0 for 3 for Winnipeg, 1 for 4 for Columbus. This gives Winnipeg their 82nd point and pretty much locking their spot in. Now remember, it takes about it takes 90 points to really lock in your playoff spot. Once you reach the 90 point, you're locked in. Okay, you are locked in. There's no doubt about it. You're locked. Okay. Next. Nashville at Minnesota. Entering the matchup. Nashville was 37, 25, and 5 with 79 points. And Minnesota 32, 27, and 6 with 70 points. All said and done, Nashville win. They did 3-2. This game actually entered a shootout. Shots on goal, 43 for Nashville, 26 for Minnesota. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play. Minnesota was able to pick up a point, their 71st point. And for Nashville, their 81st point of the season. Keep them in line with Winnipeg. It's really going to be tight between the top 3 teams in the division. And finally, Chicago at San Jose. Entering the match at Chicago was 27, 29, and 9 with 63 points. And the Winnipeg and the San Jose Sharks were 38, 19, and 8 with 84 points. I said San Jose will win. They did 5-2. Basically creamed the Blackhawks. Shots on goal 34 for San Jose. And Chicago, 30 shots on goal. Power play was 0 for 1 for San Jose and 0 for 3 for Chicago. 86 points now for San Jose. They're getting closer and closer to clinching the playoff spot. Today's games, by the way, let's get right into those real fast. This is pretty much going on now. Edmonton at Buffalo. And then Toronto at Calgary. I don't have the records going into just yet. I will do that later on. And when you see the next video, you will see that I had it all done. So those are 2 games for today. Not much difference in the playoff standings and stuff. I'm not going to go into too much detail for that. But it's now for that time you want me to do, and I'm going to do it right now for you. And that is my Stanley Cup picks. Now, we pretty much know that Tampa Bay has the first seed. So we're going to write them in right now. Grab my black colored pencil. So we got Tampa Bay. Now, way things are going, so let's look at the playoff matchups currently. All right. Sorry, that was a text message. Alright, let's look at this. Alright, I pretty much think Boston and Toronto will take on each other, so let's get that done. As for the second wild card, I think pretty much that will change. By looking at the standings, let me get these standings. Not counting in last night's games. I'm going to say Columbus will make the playoffs. Make that. So CBJ. Okay, that's it for that one. Now the Metropolitan. I think pretty much Washington will hold on to the number 1 seed. Islanders will have number 2. And Carolina will just hold on with Pittsburgh taking that. So the East is now set, and now who I think is going to win in the East? I'll show it to you guys fast. Here we go. Here's my Eastern Conference: Tampa Bay, Columbus, Boston, Toronto, Washington, Pittsburgh, the Islanders, and Carolina. Now, who I think will make it, and how many games? Well, I think Tampa will sweep the Blue Jackets. I think Boston will win in 6 over the the Maple Leafs. For Washington, I think they will go 7 against Pittsburgh. And the Islanders, I say that will go 5. I think they'll win in 5. So that means in round 2, it'll be Tampa versus Boston. Washington, the defending Cup champions, takes on the Islanders. Now this one's gonna be a little tricky in round two, and I'm thinking once again a sweep for Tampa, and I'm thinking Washington will do it in six over the Islanders. That means in the conference finals for the Prince of Wales Cup, it will be the defending Cup champions, Washington Capitals, versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. And in this, I hate to say this, but I'm seeing this will go at least 6 games, and it's going to be Tampa going to the Cup final. Now let's look at the West. I still think the Blues will hold on, but I don't think they'll get the number one seed. But I think Winnipeg will get the number one seed. Nashville get second, and the Blues get the third seed. I think that will happen. As for the wild card, I think it's still gonna go back and forth. But I'm gonna go with Dallas. Take on. I think when it's all said and done, Dallas will get the number two wild card in the Pacific. Calgary, San Jose, and Vegas. It's like a straight year in the playoffs for them. With the wild card going to Minnesota. So now here's my West. Winnipeg, Dallas, Nashville, St. Louis, Calgary, Minnesota, San Jose, and Vegas. Oh, by the way, if you want to see my East, I'll show you that. So you guys don't think I'm lying to you. So now, who do I think will make the the West playoffs? Well, I think pretty much Winnipeg will beat Dallas in a 6-series set, 4-2. Blues and Preds, I think this will go 7, with the Blues taking it. So, it'll be Blues and Winnipeg in round 2. As for the lower half, I think this will go 5, with Calgary winning it. And I think Vegas has a pretty good chance of beating the Sharks. And I think this will go 6. So, round 2 in the West. It's Winnipeg, St. Louis, Calgary, and Vancouver. Now, who do I think will win in round 2? I think in round 2 will go 7 games. And this is how I'm seeing it, okay? This is how I'm seeing things. And I think St. Louis will take it. As for the other series, Calgary versus the Knights, I think this will go at least 6 games. And I'm seeing the Golden Knights defending their title. So, conference finals. St. Louis takes on the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, who do I think will go to the Cup final? I really don't see St. Louis making it at this point. I know I'm a dear St. Louis fan. I love my team. I love my Blues, but I don't see it. I think this will go at least 7 games, and I'm saying the Golden Knights. So that makes the Stanley Cup final the Vegas Golden Knights against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So, Stanley Cup final. Vegas versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay home ice. Vegas will have. Who do I see winning? I'm seeing this go at least 6 games with Tampa taking it. With that being said, I see the Tampa Bay Lightning winning the Stanley Cup in 2019. That is my prediction, and I am sticking to it. So, I don't know if I did get any live viewers. I don't see any comments. That's okay. I hope everyone enjoyed this report. Hopefully, I'll come back, do more. Try and change it up a little bit. So until then, I'm Dirk. This has been the live NHL report. I'll see you guys around. This will be uploaded on YouTube real shortly. Until then.